Are you? How is everyone tonight? It's been a while. And I can tell you how much I've missed being here live with everybody. A lot of people have been coming to me saying, where have you been? What has been happening? And I can tell you there's so much goodness I'm going to start sharing with us this year. It's been a wonderful beginning to my year this year. I had a niece that gave birth to a baby girl, and I've been so busy from the beginning of this year just doing a grandparent duties because she's my little niece. She was born into my hands, and now she's had a baby being born into my hands. So it's been a wonderful experience, and it's been wonderful. That's all I can say. Let me know how you've been. How has your year been? All of the goals and the plans and the desires that we have when we launch into a new year. How has it been going? Are you still on that mental strip of wanting everything to go right because it's a new year? You have new goals, new plans, new desires. So are you still on track to be able to achieve that? Say hi for me in the comment as you're joining. It's wonderful to have you here. Say hello for me so I can give you a shout out. It's good to see everyone joining back again. I've missed you all. I can tell you I've missed you so much. And my aim and my goal is to be able to show up again every single week, because I've got so much to share. And I just feel like I'm bursting with ideas, with tools, with strategies that has really been helping my business or businesses to grow. And I feel like I'm not giving enough to help people to be on that path and on that journey of entrepreneurship. So, I have a target in my heart to make sure that I am the best business coach that you can have. All right. Some of you might be looking at me for the very first time and not know who is on your screen. My name is Tosin John of the T Angel Business School, where we help budding entrepreneurs and business owners to gain clarity and confidence to unleash their purpose and passion in order for them to be able to create and build a profitable and a successful business on their terms. So whether you're just starting out or you're looking to grow your business, our aim and our mission at the T Angel Business School is to give you the tools, the tips, the resources, the strategies that will help you to understand what business, starting a business and growing a business is all about. So you have every information at your disposal to be able to make the right decision, take the right steps to launch and grow a profitable and a successful business. So if you've started your business or you're looking to grow it, this is where we come in. This is where we help you to go in the right direction so that you don't lose momentum, you don't lose the focus, and you can be on your pathway to success. I want to share something that is very, very profound for us this new year 2022. And the reason why I'm going to be sharing some tips about how we can unleash our potential and be the best person that we need to be in order to grow our business this year is because the past 6 months, like I said, I haven't been showing up much on social media, but it doesn't mean I haven't been in the trenches of running businesses. For the past 6 months, I've been coaching a group of entrepreneurs. I would say close to about 300 to 500 entrepreneurs in a paid group. And a lot of the times that I coach, I have meetings, I have clarity calls, strategy calls with them. A lot of the information that keeps coming back to me that I see they face, some of the challenges that they face, is what I've been able to gather together in order to give you some of the tips I'm going to be sharing today. And a lot of what they're going through, if about 300 to 500 entrepreneurs are having, I see a pattern of what they're going through. It means a lot of other people that are watching me on my own platform might be having similar challenges, and that is where I come in to share some of these tips with us today. And one thing I want us to understand is this: everybody that starts a business wants to succeed, and success comes at a price. There is a price for you to pay in order for you to succeed. You cannot keep doing the same thing and be expecting a different result. In this year 2022, if you want something different, if you want to see a difference in your business about the steps you're taking, you've got to be ready to take some unusual steps. You've got to be ready to do some unusual things that will help you to launch forward and move forward in your business. There is a quote by Zig Ziglar, and it goes, "You were born to win, but in order for you to be a winner, you must expect to win. You must prepare to win, and you must plan to win." So you must plan to win, you must prepare to win, and you must expect to win. A lot of us started this new year without any goals, any plans, any desire, or any rigid structure, which is fine, which is okay. I'm not one to have a rigid structure as well, but you must have a plan, you must have a desire, you must have something that you're working towards, because unless you have that thing you're working towards, it's going to be very hard for you to know how you're going to get there. A lot of people grind themselves to a halt by focusing on the how, but not looking at the bigger picture of what is it am I actually looking to achieving, or looking forward to getting. So some of the things I'm going to be sharing with us is that, number one, we need to have a clear definition of what we want to achieve. Number one, have a clear definition of what you want to achieve. There is a quote also in the Bible that says that, "Write the vision and make it plain that he may run who reads it." Write the vision and make it plain. That means you must have clarity about, number one, where you are going. What are the things that you want to achieve for yourself this year? You don't need to have a plan for everything, but you need to have a vision book. Some people start this year creating vision boards, creating vision plans, doing all of this cut and clips and put everything together as a picture. Sometimes a picture paints 1,000 words, but sometimes some people function by writing things down. And in order for you to progress, in order for you to be on that journey, on that path that will help you to unleash your potential, that will help you to find the success that you desire, or go in the path of success that you desire, you've got to clearly define what you want. What are the plans for you? Do you desire to be fit, to be healthy, to lose weight? Do you have a plan for your health? Do you want to drink more water during the day? I'm speaking to myself because I don't drink enough water. Do you want to drink more bottles? They say 2 or 3 liters or 10 gallons of water daily. Do you want to start to eat healthy? You want to be sugar conscious about the intake? You need to write everything down, so you know that you're planning towards something. About your finances, do you have any goal towards what you want your business to achieve for you? You want to make sure that you have your goal towards that business to say, by the end of 2022, I want my business to have earned me $100,000, £100,000. You have to have it written down. What is that figure that you want that business to achieve for you? Because one thing I know is this: once you have that figure, you can quickly and easily break it down into how many months, how many weeks that you need to achieve a certain amount that will help you to get to the end figure that you want to achieve by the end of the year. Do you have any goals for your family? Do you want to be going out with your family, have family holidays, have family social times, have family get together? You need to have everything written down. Otherwise, some of the things that you haven't planned for will begin to impede on the things that you already planned for. Hence why you have to take a bigger look at your entire area or the entire sphere of your life and plan for every part of it, so that you know that you're going into every week knowing what is happening, planning for what is about to happen as well. And another thing is, do you want to socialize more? Do you want to go for business networkings? You need to find out what business meetings are taking place around you, what business trainings, what courses, what seminars, what workshops are taking place around you, so that you have a list of all of those things that will help you to to manifest the better part of yourself. So that is number one, is having a clear definition of what you want to achieve. Write everything down. Make sure you have a list. Make sure you have something that you can look at every time you feel that you're veering away from your vision, from your goal. That list brings you back and lets you stay focused on the journey that you're on. Number two is that this past few months has helped me to know that time isn't our problem. I have met with a lot of entrepreneurs, and sometimes when I ask them what are some of the challenges that you're having that is stopping you from going forward, doing the things that you want to do, they say, I don't have enough time because I'm still working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I've come to the realization personally for myself that time isn't our problem. Everybody's got 24 hours, and some people are able to make use of that time, that 24 hours, and be the very best of themselves. Actually, they're even excelling more than you can even comprehend. And my tip for you today is that in order for you to overcome that time that keeps hindering you from being who you want to be, my advice, my suggestion, my tip for you today is that you need to find how you are making use of the time you've got. Time isn't the problem. How you are using that time is the problem. And knowing that, hello, can you hear me? Let me know in the comment if you can still hear me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can hear me. Thank you. I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. So, like I said, time isn't the problem that we have as entrepreneurs. How we are using our time is what stops us from becoming or unleashing our potential. We've all got 24 hours in the day. You, for instance, maybe you work from 9 to 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and by the time you get home, you have kids to look after. The remainder of the hours you've got in the day, how are you allocating it? Are you spending the better part of 2 hours on social media, browsing through gossip groups, responding back to chats that are irrelevant? How you are using your time is very, very crucial to how this year is going to be for you. What you need to do is to do what I call a time tracking exercise. For you to unleash your potential this year, you need, right now as the year is still in its infancy, I want you to do what I call a time tracking exercise. And what that exercise will do for you is to help you to allocate your time properly to the things that matter. You've already identified what matters. What are the things you want to achieve this year? Now you've identified them. Now you need to find the time to allocate to them so that you're doing the right things at the right time. What do you do on Saturdays? What do you do on Sundays? On the days you don't go to work? How are you allocating your time to those things that are actually moving the needle in your business? So what you want to do is to sit down and take a look at what you do from when you wake up. Are you able to wake up 1 hour or 2 hours earlier than you usually would wake up, in order for you to assign that time? Say, for instance, you want to write a book. Can you assign 1 hour every day? If your waking up time is 7 a.m., can you wake up 6 a.m.? Assign 1 hour of that time to writing your book. If you're someone that sleeps at 10 p.m., can you sleep later, 1 hour later, I say 11 p.m., in order to assign that 1 hour to building your website? So you need to sit down and do a time track of how you're using your time. Every spare time you've identified, you need to make sure that you are assigning that time to the things that matter, to the things that are growing your business, to the things that are building you up as a person, as an individual, because you also need to be building yourself. Because it is what you invest in yourself is what shows up in the things that you're doing in order to grow your business. And another tip I'm going to be sharing with us today is that you need to become the very best of yourself. I'm sure we've all heard about the book of Michelle Obama, Becoming. In order for you to unleash your potential, in order for you to be the best person that is moving your business forward, that is achieving the success that you desire, you've got to be intentional. You've got to be deliberate about who you are becoming or what you're becoming, you need to understand that there is something that we call MOT, and we do an MOT for our cars. You have to service your car every year. That MOT that you do on your car, you've got to take that same analogy and bring it back to yourself. You've got to say, in order for me to achieve the success I want this year, in order for me to unleash the potential that is in me, some of us, we tell ourselves, oh, this person is doing this and I know I can do better. This person is already achieving this great feat and I know myself that I can also do that. But what has been stopping you in the times past? You've got to sit down and take analysis of who you are and who you need to become in order to achieve the success that you desire. Let me give you an instance. If, for instance, like I said, I'm going to be using two examples. Number one is if you wanted to write your own book, you want to become an international or best-selling author, or you want to, you want to launch your business with a website. Who you need to become in order for you to achieve those two goals that you set up for yourself is that you need to be very intentional. You need to be very deliberate about writing that book. Therefore, you need to become someone that does a lot of research. You need to become someone that reads a lot as well, because for you to bring out something that is worth being a bestseller, you also need to see what other people have already done in order for you to know that what you have surpasses theirs. So you got to be the someone that researches, a someone that reads, or someone that listens to motivational and inspirational charts or videos or podcasts or things that will help you to make sure that you are on the right path to being that best of yourself. So you need to become the best version of yourself. That's number 3. So what you want to do in order for you to do this MOT check and be the best person that you need to be for you to achieve the success is that you need to do an assessment. And how you do this assessment is this way. You want to write a book. You've identified the topic you want to write on. You've identified the chapters that you're going to write on. You've identified every resources that's going to help you. Even if it takes you having to take yourself out of your comfort zone, all right, you need to leave your comfort zone. You could be going and taking yourself to the library and writing 1 chapter a day, 2 or 5 chapters per week. It needs you to become the person that assigns yourself time within your week to write maybe 500 words on a daily basis, maybe 1,000 to 1,005 words in a matter of 2 days. Once you find that time, that pocket of time to do those little bits of homework, little bits of assignments every single day, they say that a drop does not make an ocean. It's little pieces of the information you're gathering together, little pieces of information you are writing every day that will help you to make sure that that book is already on its journey to being launched and being in the bestseller list. Because until you become the person that writes on a daily basis, until you become the person that reads, until you become the person that researches, it's going to be a bit harder for you to achieve that particular goal you've set yourself. So I'm just using being an author as an example. You've got to search deep down. I'm going to give another analysis. If you're someone that what your business desire is to be able to have an Amazon shop where you sell items, you sell stuff online, you have an e-commerce shop on Shopify, on eBay, on one of these e-commerce websites, you've got to be the someone that takes time. It could be half an hour every day. Find half an hour every day to go on Amazon website. Check out what people are buying. Check out what is trending. Go to YouTube. There's so many YouTube videos that tells you a lot of information about how to become an Amazon FBA supplier. There's so many resources, so many blog posts, so many podcasts. You've got to be someone that starts to invest their time solely on those things that are going to help you to achieve your purpose or to unleash your potential. And number 4 is that you would not, I'm going to say this in a way that is, you know what? This is number 4. You will not always be motivated. A lot of us are waiting for when we get motivation in order for us to be able to do certain things. As an entrepreneur myself, and I run several businesses, there are some times that you know, motivation will just, you will just be void of that thing. You will not find anything to motivate you, to help you, to spur you on. You will not always be motivated, and it is okay. What I want you not to depend on is to wait for when you're motivated before you do things. What you need instead to help you unleash your potential, to help you achieve the success that you desire in this year and going forward, is that you need to be consistent. Motivation is just one of it, but you will not always be motivated, but you need to be consistent and you need to be dedicated. I'm going to say this again. As an entrepreneur that wants to unleash their potential, you will not always be motivated, you will not always be inspired, but you must remain consistent and you must remain dedicated to the things that you have told yourself that you're going to do. You must remain committed to that vision. You must remain committed to that mission, to that goal, to that desire that you have. Because sometimes what we do is, oh, I'm just demotivated and I just lost morale. You see some people online that they started their business, suddenly they are no more. You know, maybe some people that you look up to, they did something and it just, you know, takes you away. You'll be like, oh my God, what sort of life is this? And I just started to want to do this business, and already people are already dishing this business that it's not, you know, this is it. If you're waiting for those kind of motivation, for those kind of inspiration before you take a move, you will never, you know, you will never take a step, you will never move forward. But what you want is this: you want to stay committed to your own vision, to your own plan, to your own goal, not anybody else's vision of what a business should be. You want to stay consistent no matter what it takes. I must write 500 words in a day. If I miss it today, I must write 1,000 words tomorrow. You must stay consistent to that goal. You must stay dedicated to your dream, because that is the only way for you to continue in that path. So that when you lose motivation, so that when you're not inspired, you know that there is, you know, come rain, come shine, I'm going to write my words. I'm going to, you know, draft the words that I'm going to put on my website about all the services I'm providing. So motivation should not be your yardstick in this year 2022. What should be your yardstick and what should keep you going even during the tough times, during the challenging times, during the down times, is that I must remain consistent and I must remain dedicated to those things that I've set myself to do. And finally, number 5 today, about how some of the tips that will help us to unleash our potential, is that you need to understand that our mind is very, very, very important and crucial. It plays a very crucial part in what we are going to do. I saw a video some few days ago, and we started to discuss about it amongst the people I was sitting down and watching that video with, and it was a good reminder of the fact that our mind plays a very, very crucial part in what we are thinking, in what we are doing, or in our assumptions about certain things. There was this guy, it was blindfolded, so he had a blindfold on, and then they told him that he should put his hand in a bowl, and that in that bowl is something, an animal that could actually bite him or actually harm him, and he had that blindfold on, but there was nothing in that bowl. And then he would dip his hand, and it was going like that. It was really hysterical, and there was nothing in there. But because he was blindfolded, he could not see what was inside. But it was dipping his hand, and he couldn't feel anything, but it was hysterical. It goes to show you that sometimes what people program in your mind, or what you have programmed in your mind, the stories that you've told yourself of why you cannot achieve certain things, the limiting beliefs that you've inherited knowingly or unknowingly, about why or how a business should be run. Some of these hindrances, some of these stories, some of these things have begun to shape who you are and what you're doing, and it's trickling down to how you're also handling that business of yours. I want us to begin to refresh. Let us press a reset button on our mindsets and begin to understand that as you think, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. Whatever you think you can do, you will be able to do it. But as long as you tell yourself that you can't achieve this, you won't. There is a quote like that if you think you can, you will. But if you think you can't, then you won't. Let me read that again. If you think you can, you will. But if you think you can't, then you won't. So if you think you can do something, if you believe so much in yourself, if you have a strong faith, strong belief that you are able to achieve great feats, you will go all out to do it, even if it costs you your sleep. You will go all out to achieve it. But if you already tell yourself that no, I cannot write a book, I'm dyslexic, I'm autistic, and whatever name you give to yourself or people have given to you, and you've accepted that as gospel for your life, then you are not even going to make the effort. You're not going to even want to think farther than your brain can allow you, because you've already limited yourself to that level, and therefore it's going to be hard for your brain to take you farther than when you've already put the limit on. If you put a lead on something, okay, that means whatever you put a lead on, it cannot go more than where that lead is. And therefore today I want you to take the lead off that potential. I want you to take the lead off the stories. I want you to take the lead off the limiting beliefs that have held you up until this very moment. I want you to begin to unleash yourself, set yourself free. Tell yourself, say, I can do it. I can do it. Whatever it is that you believe you can do it. You can be more, you can do more, you can have more. Surround yourself with people that believe in you. Surround yourself with people that will take you further. Surround yourself with people that have the same vision, that are going in the same direction. But when you only have people around you that only see the negatives, that only see the bad things, then those are the people that continue to keep you down. So my final word for us tonight is that we need to give ourselves the credit that we deserve. We can be all that we desire to be. We just need to let go and let God take charge of our lives in this year 2022. I believe in you, and I know that you believe in yourself. So until I come your way again, like I said, part of my own plan and my own vision and my own thing for this 2022 is to come to us every week with something that will help us to take our business further. It could be tips, like today there are tips. It could be strategies. It could be tools. It could be resources. Stay tuned to this page. Share this page to all your friends, to all your to your network. Tell people about what is happening at T Angel Business School, because it will really make my day. And there is so much that I have planned for this year 2022 for entrepreneurs and business owners. So please like, share, and subscribe. I have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Let people know everywhere I'm Tosin T Angel. Okay, like, share, please, and make sure that you stay tuned. And I'll see you again next week with another tip, tool, strategies, and actionable steps that will help you to grow and build your business All right, have a wonderful night and see you soon. Bye for now. Thank you.